Well, today's the day. Stephen King's It has just been released in theatres and I'm about to go check it out. Loved the book as a kid. Hope this is scary and everything that it's been said to be. Hey guys, so it's been a couple of days since I've seen It, so I've had a bit of time to digest and think about it, and my opinion is this movie absolutely rules. It is one of the best movies I've seen this year, up there with Wonder Woman. Coming out of the theatre, I just had such a feeling of happiness and euphoria. I just absolutely love coming out of a movie feeling like that. Like, there's nothing more satisfying than seeing a really good movie done well, one that you've been looking forward to for a long time, and it just absolutely nails it. It was so much fun. The director, Andy Muschietti, who has just also done Mama, which is also another pretty creepy horror flick, has just got this movie pitch perfect. The humour, the emotion, the kids, I can't speak highly enough of the kids. The casting in this movie is just on point. The kids just work beautifully together and you can't help but fall in love with them. The secret of a good horror movie is actually feeling something for the characters. I love all my Friday the 13th and my Nightmare on Elm Streets and my slasher flicks. And always the best movies in these kind of series, these slasher flicks, is when you care about the characters. You don't want the characters to be in peril. You don't want the characters to be hurt or killed. And when they're in jeopardy, you feel it and you want them to be okay. And there is the drama and there is the horror. So seeing somebody that you care about on screen getting hurt, you don't want that. You don't want that. And that's where the success and the secret of making a good horror film lies. And this one does it. The kids are awesome. It's the perfect marriage of The Goonies, Stand By Me, and Nightmare on Elm Street. This film has got all that. Being an 80s kid, the nostalgia was there, and just seeing these kids come of age and having to deal with this really nasty, terrible supernatural entity trying to terrify them and then kill them and end their lives, and the way they have to come together to defeat Pennywise is just hugely satisfying. It's such a crowd pleaser. So speaking of the kids, you've got Jaden Liverher as Bill and his little brother Georgie, played by Jackson Robert Scott. This kid is so cute, and what happens to him in the first 5 minutes of this film is just absolutely heartbreaking. They don't hold back. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but the horror elements of this movie, they don't hold back. They will let you know that they're going to go to some pretty dark places. I mean, it's children in peril, and they don't shy away from that. That's the horror of this movie. It's children being terrified and hunted, and yeah, it really kind of plays to that. So go in prepared. Also Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things as Richie. Dude, man, this guy is Mouth from The Goonies. He's Corey Feldman, and he is such a smarmy, sassy attitude, completely different from his character in Stranger Things. Really hidden way behind those big glasses. They really Clark Kent him up a bit in this, and he just nailed it. He was so good. And Sophia Lillis as Bev. Such a beautiful girl. This girl's gonna have such a career in front of her. She nailed the scenes that she was in. She had a lot of work to do. She had a lot of heavy, dark drama to do in this movie, and she just owned it. And she was so sympathetic and empathetic and so full of charisma, and being the only girl in a bunch of boys, she just really held her own. She was really good. Then you got Jeremy Ray Taylor as Ben, Chosen Jacobs as Mike, Jack Dylan Grazer as Eddie. This kid was so cool. He had a smart mouth. He had a lot of dialogue to remember, and man, this kid was amazing. He was so sassy and really cool, quite emotional. Yeah, all the kids in this movie, man, they stand out. They're really, really cool. Wyatt Oleff as Stanley and Nicholas Hamilton as Henry Bowers. Man, this mullet-wearing motherfucker was a complete prick. Well done, dude. You played a really good role. You made me hate you. You really did. Top marks. And of course, Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Oh my god. Tim Curry played Pennywise to perfection in the old miniseries from the 90s. What Bill does in this is his own thing while also being respectful as to what came before. His Pennywise in this movie was absolutely amazing. He is incredibly scary and charming and willful and terrifying. He did such a good role in this movie. Like I was saying before, this movie to me really did play out like a quality Nightmare on Elm Street remake, just replacing Freddy Krueger with Pennywise, Tim Curry, and just the supernatural elements of it. It was so beautifully done, and what really made this movie work was just watching the kids come together and having that emotional connection with the audience, and having Pennywise just be this omnipresent supernatural evil force just permeating the whole town. Oh, it was amazing. I really had a good time with this one. So Stephen King's book, It, was one of the first major novels I read as a kid. It was out in 1986, so I think I was roughly 15 years old when I first read it. I was a big comic book reader at the time. I really kind of liked reading all my Superman and Batman comic books, so diving into a novel of this magnitude was quite a groundbreaking experience for me. It introduced me to the world of novels and to Stephen King. I remember absolutely loving the book. It scared the bejesus out of me as a kid, as a teenager. I just loved horror stuff. And this book was astounding, and I haven't read it for a long time. I've actually just really recently downloaded it onto my iBooks, so I am going to be diving into it again soon. And the miniseries is going to definitely be getting a revisit from me soon, because I've not seen this in a long time as well. And after seeing the movie, I'm really looking forward to diving into this and spending a few hours getting back into the land of Derry and creepy Tim Curry Pennywise. Yeah, that'll be cool. So overall, I cannot wait to be watching this one again when it comes out on the 4K format. It's just one of those instant horror classics. Everything about this movie was just done perfectly as a horror movie, as a coming of age story, as a story about kids, just a story about people and how they deal with adversity. And it's not just about Pennywise, they've got other things going in their lives too, which are just absolutely heartbreaking, like the story of a brother, young Bill, losing a brother, I mean, and trying just to come to grips with that, not believing that he's dead and just wanting to find him, and the heartbreak and the loss of coming to the realization that someone you love is gone, and they're gone forever. And this creepy bastard clown Pennywise just ruining people's days, and I can't recommend this one enough. It was an absolute delight, and I loved every minute of it. Even Stephen King endorsed this movie, so that makes The Shining, Stand By Me, Green Mile, and It are 4 of the best Stephen King adaptations that you can get your hands on. And by far, It is my favourite. I love this movie. So full credit to Andy Muschietti and the writers, Stephen King obviously, Chase Palmer, Cary Fukunaga, and Gary Dauberman. If the writing and the script are a movie are perfect, then the rest will just sort itself out, and they did it with It absolutely. I hope you go and see it and enjoy it for yourselves. You got to see this one in the theatre. It was just awesome. We're actually having screenings in our theatres where they have clowns coming into the audience and sitting amongst the people while the movie starts. I can't imagine anything more terrifying than having a real life creepy clown come and sit next to you in a particularly scary moment in the film and just creeping you the fuck out. My God. I'm just glad I don't have a phobia about clowns, but even still, I found this pretty unsettling. So once again, thank you for checking into my channel. I hope you enjoyed my review. Until next time, take care. Oh, pushed the wrong button. Bye now.